like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, Williams Us 1969. Y'all, I got my head tied up today because it's kind of chilly out. I don't know what in the world done went on. Yesterday, it turned windy last night, y'all, and it's been cold. It's been a cool day today. When it's too cool like this, I keep my head wrapped up to keep heat. I got some good things to tell y'all. I got some good things to tell y'all. My shorts should have gave y'all a clue of everything that I was talking about. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. I'm going to wait until some of y'all come up in here. Y'all know what we going to do. I'm going to tell y'all everything that went on today with seasons. What I sought after and found out. I got educated about this system that I have back here, the solar, the charging station, the batteries, and the inverter. As y'all can see, I got it working. As y'all can see, the inverter working. And as usual, let me show you. I'm in my sacred place. I make it up here every day about 3 o'clock. And I sit up here and I watch TV and I meditate and I just gather my thoughts, y'all. That's what I do. Hey, babe. And my husband do not disturb me, y'all. He like, baby, if you sleep, I'ma let you sleep. I'ma wait. I forgot to tell you that it's going to be cooler this week. I mean, babe, it is cold. And do you know I got to go. I'm gonna go to the Work Smart store and buy me a hoodie. I didn't even bring a hoodie with me. I ain't bring a hoodie. I didn't bring nothing with me. I don't know what in the world I was thinking about when I left home. I really don't. But it has turned cooler. And y'all know what? I'm so glad. God is good, y'all. Most High is a wonderful man. Y'all, let me show y'all something. Welcome in, y'all. Y'all see this guy right here in this gray car? This gray um thing. Hey, Cashmere. Yeah. Look, y'all, Mr. Jerry, do your job. Keep your trolls under control. Look, y'all see this? Y'all see him? Y'all, look where I'm pointing at. He was over there by that gray van yesterday. Y'all see this window right here? My tent up in the front is way darker. It's like maybe a shade lighter than the tent. About, I want to say 2 shades lighter than the tent that's in the back. Y'all, I'm laying up here sleep yesterday, right? Him, this young man, this dude right here, in this car right here, right here. Why he was over there yesterday where the van was, right there. Y'all, this blind right here fell down. See, when I set up the van in my place that I meditate and everything, he could stay. He can stay. Cashmere can stay. He don't bother me. Just tell him not to be trolling. But yesterday, right? The blind on the passenger side, I have my window rolled halfway down, right? When I'm back here in the back sleep. But I have the phone covers up at the window. Y'all, Why I'm laying back here asleep, this cover right here done flew off of the window. Sit down, cutie pie. Y'all, why this motherfucker was sitting up over there watching me sleep? Most High woke me up. Some say, get up. And I jumped up. And the first thing my eyes went on was that car right there that just left up out of here. Ain't that something? He comes back today and park over this way like I wasn't going to remember that. I said, ain't this about a bitch? I said, he's sitting up watching me sleep. Now, I'm finna show y'all something else. He gone. He'll be back. He ain't gone far. It's a Caucasian man. It's a light man, y'all, that come out here to this park every single day that I've been coming out here. Y'all, this man sit in his car and he focused. Let me show y'all. I watched him yesterday. He normally parks. Let me show you. He normally a park. See where that black car coming? He normally a park right there. That parking space right there. Or he right here. Y'all, why this man be parked where he could see this playground and be watching these little black kids out here playing? And y'all, he have a funnel, a urinal in his car and be playing with his penis while he watching them little black kids and them other ethnicity of kids play. And the reason why I say black, because it's predominantly black people that come to this park. Y'all know that song. And then y'all ain't seen nothing. Y'all ain't heard nothing yet. In the morning time, when I be parked at these different parks, that's what I love about my windows being so dark that no one could see in, but I could see them. That's what I love about it, because even though they can't see in here, I could see out. You see what I'm saying? And I be catching a lot of people doing a lot of weird shit. It's unbelievable at the people that come to the park. It's just unbelievable. So what I'm gonna do, I talked to the police yesterday, and I told them, I said, it's a man that comes to this park and he has a urinal and he sits here. He be right here sometime. When he pull back up, I'm gonna let y'all see him. Sometimes he be right here with his red. If y'all go back and look at some of my lives, y'all will see him. He in a black, little sporty Kia. Cause these Ohioans, they love Kias. And he's in a black, sporty Kia. Y'all, let me tell you. You would be amazed at the things that Miss Jerry sees in this van. In other people's cars. See where I park at? Let me show you. See, can't nobody park beside me on my left-hand side. I can see the streets. See, that's the streets right there. I can see the streets. So I can see what's coming in, and I can see what's leaving out. And then I got an angle where I can see everything that go on in this park. You see? So if I need to get up and go, I ain't got nothing holding me in. And that's where I park at all these parks. I try to get me a in place where can't nobody park on my left hand side or my right hand side. And if I need to go, and I can see all angles. Okay? Now, let me tell y'all about my shorts. When I said knock and the door will come open, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. Yesterday, I sat up here and I watched video after video after video after video to try to find out where I can go to find out what type of power system I got in seasons before it get cold. So I'll know what I can and what I can't do. When this to any 50-plus-year-old that's out here finna start van life. Let Miss Jerry break it down to y'all where y'all can understand how to do. And you won't get out here and get got for a lot of unnecessary money. Okay? I watched YouTube yesterday till really my eyes felt like they rolled in the back of my head. Okay? It told me what I found. Go to Harbor Freight, Miss Jerry. So I get up this morning, do my normal routine. We head to Harbor Freight. I get in Harbor Freight. I bring the guy out here to the van to try to figure out what kind of system I have on my van, in my van. Okay. I get to Harbor Freight this morning. Well, about 11:30, I get to Harbor Freight. The man, shout out to the manager Dave at Harbor Freight, in Lakeshore off of Vine Street in Eastlake, Ohio. Salute. Dave comes out. He breaks it down to me because I couldn't understand nothing. After he break it down to me, I was on the right track, but I couldn't put everything together. So he tells me to go to Bulldog's battery. Y'all look for one in y'all city. Hopefully y'all got one. Bulldog's battery tells you everything that you need to know about anything that got to do with a van conversion, RV conversion, of a car build out, whatever you need to know. Shout out to Nate at Bulldog's Battery in Willoughby, Ohio. He came outside, y'all. Y'all remember when I told y'all that this loud ass, cheap ass inverter right here, we knew it worked, but we didn't know how to power it on. The power button right here, y'all. Here's the power button. It's right there. Okay? Not only did he come out, show me how to work the inverter, what's the purpose of the inverter, what I have versus what I need. Okay? I have this right here, y'all. Let's turn around. This right here is my control panel box. In here are control. This thing right here, I'm talking to my 50-plus people, year-old people who don't know anything about none of this. So y'all know. This thing right here controls the solar panel. Oh, okay? That's all this do. Okay? This tells the solar to put energy to the batteries. I have two RV batteries that the solar panels are giving energy to pass through this inverter. Okay? This right here, this inverter right here, this is one of the cheapest inverters that money can buy. Y'all hear me? Let me tell y'all, make a long story short, even though this inverter works, and it works damn good, because it powers my TV, it powers my internet. Let me show you. It powers my internet. It powers these little fans right here, because I got a USB port right there. In the midst of it all, I got one USB port that I could stick one of my fans in, and it'll power my fan. But guess what it don't power? Guess what it won't charge? These. My power boxes. And the reason why it won't power my power boxes is because the inverter is like a 400 to a 500 watt inverter. My power boxes are 600 watt power boxes. So what does that mean, Miss Jerry? It ain't enough power in here, in this inverter, to pull from that battery down there, from my solar, to charge these power stations. So now, what I got to do is, hey, far way back, I don't know how I'm going to do it Friday, y'all, but Friday, I got to get a flex pipe put on Seasons. Seasons got to get her front shocks changed. And Seasons got to get her front brakes done. Okay? That has to be done. The place don't open up until 9, y'all. The mechanic shop. Now, after I get that done, I got to leave the mechanic shop, go down to Bulldog Battery. He said it's only going to take him 15 minutes, y'all, to switch out this inverter to a 750 watt inverter, which is going to run us $139, which I think I can get it cheaper at Harbor Freight with a higher wattage. But the downside is I won't have nobody to install it. Whereas Bulldog Battery, I'll get a 750 watt inverter for $139, and I'll get the installation free. Then I got to be at my beautician at 12 noon. After I leave there, I got to go to my nail appointment. I got appointment tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. Prontodontics, menopause doctor, Primary care. Mr. Jerry in Charlotte. I'm in Cleveland. If I was near my husband, a whole lot of this stuff would not be. If I was where my husband at, me and my husband will be together. Me and Mr. Jerry ain't nothing. Me and Mr. Jerry is happily married. You see these? These ain't never coming off until God take them off in heaven. They may get a little bigger, but they ain't never coming off. If I was where my husband was, baby, we will be together. Every time I come on live, he'll be with me. I ain't left my husband far back. My husband just lets me lets me live out my goals and my dreams. You understand? But we ain't broke up. We ain't parted ways. We ain't did none of that. None of that have we done. No, my husband is my Father in heaven, and my husband is affording me all of this stuff that's going on. Everything. He bought everything. He didn't buy me one van. This is the second van he done bought me. Powers, everything you see. This came from my Father in heaven through my husband. That's why I'm not pressed and stressed about no donations and all this other stuff. I ain't got time for that. If you ain't gonna give, you ain't gonna give. That's on you. But my husband takes damn good care of Miss Jerry big booty ass, honey. You understand? Tells me he loves me 100 times a day. Y'all, no, this ain't that, babe. No, no, no. I wish I was where my husband was far back. I wish I was. He'll be here in September, though. He coming wherever I'm at in September. If it's here, he coming. If it's Memphis, he coming. Wherever I'm at, my husband, it will be there. He was here for the 4th of July. But we didn't realize what condition Chestnut was in when he was here, so we didn't know. But when we found out everything, that's what made us get seasons. No. My husband worked 2 jobs so I can live out my goal. This is my goal, to do van life and to do content and to save money. This was my goal. Period. Yeah, but no, we don't go through stuff like that, babe. We good. Me and Mr. Jerry, we don't go through stuff. We try hard as we can not to go through anything. But don't get me wrong, y'all. Perfection is the kingdom of heaven. I will never claim a perfect marriage, but it's damn near there. And y'all got to remember, we got married in our 50s. I was 50 years old when I married my husband. So see, we don't go through changes. Our anniversary coming up soon. Sure is. We don't go through changes. We ain't got time for that. We sure don't. We disagree, but we call and we apologize to one another. Mr. Jerry is a very respectable man. He's a man after God's own heart, after Yeshua's own heart. Honey, my husband, they never called me a bitch, a hoe, or none of that. He ain't never told me I had a big ass mouth. I talk too much. My husband ain't never said a hurtful, hateful word to me a day in my life since I met him. It's me that do that. I be like, dumb ass, this, dumb, it be me. And I can admit it. You understand? Two different raisins. You understand? Two different paths. Trying to reach the same person, but walk two different walks. Been down two different paths. And y'all know, and since we on my husband, y'all know what I feel bad about. I thought that I really had friends. I never realized that I never really had real friends until I got with my husband and I seen his friend circle. My husband got accomplished friends, y'all, that he could call and get anything he want or he need. He got that kind of circle of friends. Me, not so much as. If I can have a do-over in my life, y'all, now that I done been around my husband and I see what life is about and how people are and what real friends do and how they do the do. I'll change everything I did. Mr. Jerry have accomplished friends. Me? No. Me and my husband life is like night and day. But we fit hand in hand. Lord knows. When I get mad, my husband bring me back down. I ain't never seen my husband mad since we been together. I done seen, y'all, when my husband get mad, he be like, dog, man. That's all he say. I have never really seen Mr. Jerry get angry. Even with our neighbor, I have never seen him mad. He's literally the glass half full man. And he literally the man that believe in talking out issues. Opposites do attract. We living witnesses. And my husband, y'all, my husband make me want to be a better person. My husband put me back on the track to God. It was Mr. Jerry. He inspired my page. That's why I'm Miss Jerry. Y'all, when I have problems, I go to my husband. He in turn go to God. And then he comes back and tell me what he thinks. He don't take up for me. He tell me, babe. Now, when he get a little fed up, his voice get deep. Babe, no, I'm putting my foot down. We're gonna do it like this, but never in a boisterous way. This the man that Yeshua, Jesus, gave me. And I asked him what I prayed for. I have. And I'm so thankful. I am so thankful, y'all. And I asked my husband, I said, babe, am I spoiled? He just be like, yeah. Yep. I'm a country girl. I sure am. And I love my husband. I love Mr. Jerry to death. Don't I, Jetty? Jetty. Jetty, don't I love Mr. Jerry? Don't I? Miss Jerry. You love Jetty? Yeah. Y'all. Yeah. That's why I tell y'all, if you hear and you want Most High to give you the person that he desire for you, love on Most High first. And when you done love, when you done filled him up with that agape love, he gonna in turn give you the man or the woman that he designed for you. But you got to, I never understood that, y'all. I searched the world over and I never understood that. True, I'm telling you. Y'all, if you done loved on the Lord, my Father in heaven, and you done filled him up with your love, you can go to him. I love Most High first. Then I'll ask for that, and he gonna give him to you. And it ain't gonna be who you think it's gonna be. I'm telling you. Y'all could see some of my exes. First thing y'all will be like, Miss Jerry, how you end up with a man that's a minute taller than you when all of your other boyfriends been big taller than you? It ain't gonna never be the person or the ideal man that you think it's gonna be. And you know what's gonna be so amazing? You done already met him. You just don't know it. You done already met your soulmate. I had already met Mr. Jerry. Me and Mr. Jerry was friends. We were friends. Mr. Jerry was having issues. I was married to a guy that was 2 years younger than me. He was married to a woman that was 20-some years older than him. I was in a volatile marriage. And my husband's family are Jehovah's Witnesses. And they were the worst people ever. Everything that the 10 Commandments say thou should not do, them motherfuckers did and then some. Do you hear me? Everything. Fornicate, adultery, drinking, lies, dish digging, disrespecting, everything you could think of, they did. Do y'all hear me? My first husband, I was in a volatile 12-year abusive marriage for 12 years. That's how I used to fight like a motherfucker. Do y'all hear me? And that anger stayed in me for years. No matter who I was with, that anger still stayed in me. Y'all, it was not until I got with Mr. Jerry Mr. Jerry don't even know this because I never shared it with him. He loved away my hurt. He came and made this life worth living. Y'all hear me? I'm trying to tell y'all. When I want to cry, y'all don't know how good it feels to have somebody that love you and you love them too. No matter how broken, no matter how fucked up, no matter how torn your life is. Y'all, I never had this type of love before, except from God. That's why I cry, because it feels so good. Y'all, when I lay down at night, I don't have no problems. When I talk to my husband, I don't have no problems. May I ask, when is he? Where is he? He's in North Carolina. I came late. Sorry. No, you okay? My husband is in North Carolina. My husband is doing he's in school to get more certificates because he works in cybersecurity. And we're getting ready to move to Georgia. And he's going through training to become an engineer now in cybersecurity, so he can be at home instead of having to be on a job. Yeah. So that's why. So I asked him, since he's gonna be back and forth from North Carolina to Indiana getting these certs for the next year, can I go in van life? And he told me, yeah. He said, babe, if that's the goal, if that's one of your goals and that's one of your dreams, go on. And he gave me everything. He gave me encouragement. He helped me study. He bought everything I needed, everything I said I wanted for van life. He did it, y'all. My husband is a beautiful man, and I don't have no problems. None. None. But see, when Most High give you the man or the woman that he designed for you, this how life is, y'all. Y'all, my husband still hold my hand. My husband still opens up my door for me. And people look at us, I said, babe, they think me and you just got together. They don't know we've been together for almost 6 years. They think we just got together. We've been married 5 years. We were friends when Mr. Jerry first met me. Mr. Jerry looked at me and I looked at him. Y'all, I was growing locks back out. Yes, desires of your heart, Most High giving you. I'm telling you, I was growing I had just started my lock journey back. And when I walked in 7-Eleven, my husband always worked 2 jobs. He looked at me, y'all, and I looked at him, and I'm like, oh Lord, here go this weird ass man. Because I was so used to walking in rooms or in stores or wherever, and it's gonna be a man somewhere that's gonna spot me and gonna stare. And I be so mad, y'all. I be like, what the fuck is you looking at? You know? It got to be so nerve-wracking. So when I got up to the counter and I looked at Mr. Jerry looked at me like this. He was like, and his glasses was right here. His glasses was like right here, y'all. And my husband had this little nervous twitch he do. He'd be like, he had this little nervous twitch he do. And he looked and he was like, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, hi. And then he gave me this look like, I wish he'd hurry up and get the hell up out of here. And every night after that, y'all, before I go to my post, I would stop at that 7-Eleven. And me and him, we started talking. And we became friends. And then how I knew that Mr. Jerry was the one for me. Mr. Jerry told my god brother, he said, y'all, it was around the holidays when he said, you know how you gonna know the one for you? Because she gonna cook you a meal and you gonna love it and you gonna always come back for more. And that's exactly what he did. But when me and Jerry was friends, let me tell y'all, see, that's why you got to always be in order. And you got to always be there to hear the Lord speak to you. Because if you don't, you gonna miss it, y'all. And y'all don't want to miss out on what Most High got for y'all. So you got to be in line and you got to have that ear to hear. Y'all, Mr. Jerry, they had paid for Mr. Jerry and a few other engineers to come to Cleveland to do some work. Okay? While Mr. Jerry was here, now we were just friends. I had went to Miami and I got a tummy tuck with Lipo 360 and I was in the healing process. Okay? I called Jerry. So he came by when I called him and I said, come here. I said, stop by. He stopped by. We got in the car and we drove. We drove out to the lake in the Carolinas, and we sat there and we talked. And he was telling me about this lady he met here in Cleveland named Nikki. And I'm just sitting over on the passenger side. Y'all think I'm fine as wine in a 3-cent cup. And I'm just sitting over here and I'm still healing and I'm listening to him. And the Lord said, he said, she's talking about moving to the Carolinas. Need I remind y'all, me and Jerry friends. So I know what type of man Mr. Jerry is. So when he told me that the lady was talking about moving to the Carolinas, I heard the Lord say, tell him. I said, but I like you. He said, what? Y'all, he was amazed. I said, I like you. I liked you for a very long time. But if I wasn't in line with the Lord and did not hear that, y'all, don't you know Nikki would have had my husband today? Do y'all hear me? Do y'all know I would have lost a good man if I wasn't in line to hear the Lord? Do y'all hear me? He was shocked. He said, huh? I said, I don't understand it. Y'all, I have been celibate for like 8 years. 8 years. I have been celibate. Oh, I done went longer than that in celibacy. I wasn't the type of woman that hopped from man to man. I stayed in relationships for a very long time. I could count the number of relationships I've been in on one hand. Which one of y'all are more gangster? Me. 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 Y'all know who Mr. Jerry is. Carlton on the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. On Will, he Carlton. Yeah. Me. Because Mr. Jerry believe in talking stuff out. And that's why I hate when people try to come up against my husband and hurt his feelings. I go off. Because my husband is a man. He's 100% man. He's a man after God's own heart. He would his mom raised him right to love and respect a woman. And that's exactly what he do. He don't care if you orange. That's why I don't allow women to disrespect my husband at all. You ain't gonna talk crazy to him, and you're not gonna disrespect him, because Mr. Jerry don't do that at all. I go off, y'all. I go off. Cause when my husband may not tell me she hurt my feelings. I can look at my husband and tell when his feelings done been a little pinched. I don't play that, y'all. That's my husband. That's Jerry. I'm Miss Jerry. And proud to be. That's how you feel when Most High give you the person that he desire for you to be with. I'm trying to tell you, you never have bad days. You have confusing days. And when me and Mr. Jerry first got together, y'all, Mr. Jerry he used to run from me. I knew Mr. Jerry was in love with me. He used to run from me. He was like, I'm not going through this. Y'all, when God put Mr. Jerry in front of me, I was in a bad storm. A real bad storm. And Mr. Jerry came to me and he said to me, he said, God told me, he said, Yeshua told me to take care of you. And that's what I'm going to do. And he was like, okay. I looked. I said, okay. And he ain't wavered yet. He ain't wavered yet. So if it's somebody in my life that's looking or expecting or wanting or longing for a soulmate, love on the Lord first. Your first love got to be, you understand? Because he got to know, well, is she faithful enough to love on me? I know she gonna be faithful enough to love on them. And I ain't gonna have no issue. That's all you got to do. Your first love got to be your Father in heaven before you meet with your earthly love. And the messed up part about it, y'all, they been around y'all all this time. All this time. All this time. They been right there in your presence. But your Father in heaven got a cloud over your eyes when it comes to them. Because when the Lord give you something, it's for you. It's for you and you only. And no matter what, you gonna cherish what Most High has given you. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to tell you. Miss Jerry ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. I have heard about this type of love that I am now in. I have my friends, my older friends that are married, that's been married for years. I used to ask them, how do you know when you with the man or the woman that God Most High has given you? And everything that was told to me, I'm feeling, I'm seeing, I'm recognizing, and I'm knowing. And I know it now. I'm trying to tell y'all, you got to fall in love with Jesus first. And you know what? I couldn't understand that to save my life. I'm like, they keep talking about something, falling in love with Jesus. How do you do that? How do you do that? Let a storm come in your life that you know you innocent from. Or something bad happened to you in your life that you ain't ready for. Trust me when I tell you, baby, it's going to be ever so clear how you do it. And you ain't going to have no problem with doing it. You understand that? Y'all heard that song, Falling in Love with Jesus was the best thing I ever done. Y'all heard that? Have y'all heard that? That's what that means. People sit up and they talk about Rashida Frost and how she a fool for Kurt Frost, her husband. No, she ain't. No, she not. He a fool for fucking over his wife like that. Because when you sure finish with him, he ain't gonna know his left from his right. See, you got to know your position as a husband and as a wife. See, the world called you a fool, but the Lord say you honorable. You understand that? To understand marriage is to understand life. To understand life is to know the Lord. It all goes back. Y'all, if somebody had told me where I came from to where I'm at now, that I would have this life that I have, I wouldn't believe them. I wouldn't believe them. I wouldn't have believed them. But I have had prophets prophesied over my life and tell me, you gonna speak about God in front of millions, millions and millions of people. You mark my words. And y'all, I was a gangster in the streets. I wasn't studying that shit. I'm like, girl, bye. I ain't finna do no shit like that. I was a gangster. I wasn't trying to do none of that. Sure wasn't. I was trying to do everything, but what Most High wanted me to do. That's what I was trying to do. Sure was. And that's what I did. I did just what I want. It's a fly in here, y'all. That's what I'm doing. I'm spraying for it. I was doing just what I wanted to do and how I wanted to do. And no matter how much people came to me and told me otherwise, I did not believe them. And I didn't want to hear that. I wasn't trying to hear that, y'all. Y'all hear me? I wasn't trying to hear none of that shit. I wasn't even on that. Not at that time. Sure wasn't. I was doing what I wanted to do. How I wanted to do it, when I wanted to do it, and why I wanted it to be done. But look at me now. Now I'm sitting back and I'm realizing I never had friends. I never had a productive life. Not now looking at and being with my husband and looking at the circle of friends that he have. Two different people traveled two different highways and ended up on the same road to forever in the Lord. Don't tell me it can't happen, because she a living witness that it did. Y'all, when I tell y'all the person I was married to, y'all, he was a brutal, volatile drunk. Do y'all hear me? I ended up marrying the same type of man that my mama was with. The only difference is my stepfather was a brilliant carpenter and an architect, and he provided. This man ain't do nothing. Ever. Do y'all hear me? That's why Brittany drink like she drinks. Because she picked it up from him. Little but did I know, y'all, when my daughter got grown, they were still going around him. And I didn't even know it. And when I found out, I deadened it. I went the fuck off. I says, you fucking crazy? I said, y'all. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. I don't know what this is. I don't know if this thing doing this because... Hold on, y'all. Let me plug back in the Wi-Fi. I keep it on the power surge because I don't want no power surge to come up through here and do nothing. But yeah, yeah. He was a brutal, volatile drunk. Do y'all hear me? And when I tell y'all that was one of the worst times in my life, but I got through it and I got over it. See, when you out the realm of the Lord for 1 minute, crash outs gonna come. They're gonna happen. Ain't no, oh, I hope, baby, when you out the realm of God, a crash out is guaranteed. You one way or another, a crash out is guaranteed. You're gonna crash out, willingly or willfully. You sure are? That's just the way life is. Yeah, this right here, this noise maker right here, this got the, I'm gonna have to get this up out of here. This right here, this one of the cheapest systems, inverters that you can buy. I'm gonna, when he take it off, I'm gonna tell y'all the name of it. Run from it, cause it's loud. Y'all hear me? It's very loud. And it has something to do with the max airflow fan. So I guess when the max airflow fan is on and I got the TV and the Wi-Fi hooked up, that's all that inverter could take. That's all I can do with that. So remember now, y'all, you got to have the solar panels you need to match whatever you want to do in your van. That's why you see a lot of people, I know I'm jumping off subject, I'm gonna get back on it. That's why you see a lot of people with these power boxes. See what I'm saying? I got 4. Y'all know why? Because the winter time is coming. And I got to be able to keep this bad boy, this home fire burning. I'm going to be up in here so comfortable for the winter, honey. Y'all going to be like, look at Miss Jerry. Show this with the solar panel work. Yeah. Yeah, solar panels work in the winter time. You just got to stay up on the light wherever you park at night. See, you got to remember the sun is going to do the solar panel. It is putting the power. They're made for all kind of weather. So yeah, you got to remember, as long as it's light out, fall back, it's power in that solar panel. And that solar panel is sending power into your van or your RV or your car. It's people right here today, baby, that don't pay an electric bill nowhere, no how, no way off of solar. And that's exactly what me and Mr. Jerry gonna do when we come back together and get our trailer on our land. Y'all, we ain't paying no more bills. We ain't paying no more bills. I've been sitting here studying this, and I have seen people on YouTube that have built homes, beautiful homes, y'all, that's powered off of inverters and solar and batteries. These batteries, y'all, These batteries, these batteries that's made, yeah. That's what they mean. Y'all look at this shit. Look at this. Ain't that ridiculous? I'll be scared to drive something like that in a world like this today. Look at that. When he come back through, I want y'all to see this. I'll be scared to drive something like that. He finna come back. Y'all be scared to drive that. Let me see, is he coming back out or is he finna park? Them rims and them tires probably cost about $4,000 or $5,000. I'll be scared to drive something like that in a world we live in like this today. I really would. I wouldn't do it. People don't know how to live and let live. People secretly hate on you. I know every time he leave home with that, his parents be worried. Cause I know I would if it was my son. I would be worried. I'll tell him, baby, do you have to go out today? If you ain't got to go out today, why don't you stay in? I'll be scared for him. Child. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. And that's what I've been sitting here and I've been studying things. And I got so much that I'm going to pillow talk in my husband's arms about when we come back together. I got so much to share with him. And so much that I want him to know. I really do. And y'all, now let's get back on what we were talking about, relationships. The man and see, when you choose a mate, see, we chose each other. God didn't choose him for me. We had sex. We had one night of wild, passionate sex. Sin. See what I'm saying? Fornicating. We ran downtown Cleveland so quick the next we got our anniversary coming up September 12th. I can't remember the year for nothing. I think it was 1998. I got to get some more divorce papers. Y'all, when I tell y'all I call hell getting away from that man, when I finally made up in my mind to get away from him, when I tell you him and his family gave me hell, them motherfuckers, they ducked and dodged that paperwork because they didn't believe in divorce. Ain't that about nothing? Y'all don't believe in divorce, but y'all believe in fornicating and adultery. But y'all don't believe in divorce? Get out of here. They didn't believe in divorce. And when I tell y'all, I went through hell trying to serve that man them divorce papers. My lawyer got so mad. My lawyer was like, you know what? We're just going to do a public notification. We ain't finna go through this. Sure did. The mama cloaked and dagged him at her house with other women. When I tell y'all Miss Jerry was in hell, I was in hell. But I didn't have nobody to blame for that living hell but myself. Because I chose that. The Lord didn't choose that for me. Most High didn't choose that for me. That wasn't a path that he told me to take. That was a path that the devil put me on. And I stayed in bondage for 12 years. 12 long years. Sure did. 12 years. Yep. And you know why? And you would think that the mother, Gloria Moore, shout out to Gloria Moore. You would think that the mother would have been a little bit more uh sentimental to me because of what she went through with my father-in-law. Y'all, that woman helped that man did dirt to me. He made 2 twins at her house with his ex-woman. I beat the fuck out of him right in the middle of the street, y'all, with a 2x4. I tried to take that motherfucker head off his shoulder and put it on the side of his neck. Honest to God, I did. Ain't no need in me lying. I sure did. When I tell y'all I barred none and do not play at all. But now that I look back over the years, when I got away from him, I stayed celibate, I want to say, probably for like 10 years after him. And I got into another relationship myself. Because by then, I was so known on the streets. You see what I'm saying? For doing what I did. I was so known on the streets until it wasn't pitiful. And then from man, that's his name, Chop, but I call him Man. From us selling drugs and moving drugs and being what we thought was a power couple, so deep, came other men. And I started cheating on him. My kids was like, Mom. I said, damn. I had 2 of them, y'all. And my kids never seen that before. And when my daughter was like, Mom, it's like the devil had me in a trance. I put Man out, go kick it with John. Put John out, go kick it with Man. Ain't that something? Both of them 2 big-time drug dealers. Y'all, Miss Jerry was a mess. I was a mess. By that time, the devil had me, child, and was playing Russian roulette, tic-tac-toe, SOS, whatever you want to say, checkers, chase, whatever with me, had me gone. Then after that, I left both of them alone, went back celibate. About another 7 or 8 years, and met my mistress. Stayed with my mistress until my mama passed. When my mama passed, in 20, I stayed with that man for 14 years. 14 years. And I heard God say, Most High say, clear as day, if you let him go, I'm going to let you meet the person that I desire for you. And I did. It didn't happen right then and there, y'all. And see, the way God did things, he did it. The way Most High did it for me, he did it where I didn't go through hurt and I didn't go through pain when me and Ward parted ways. I didn't go through none of that. 14 years, y'all. And I didn't cry when me and him broke up. I didn't go through none of that. Because when Most High came to me, I was mourning my mama. I sure was. I was mourning my mama. I couldn't believe my mama had left me. And I had told Ward, I said, don't let my mama die and you never meet her. Because if you do, it's over. Hey! And he didn't believe me. And it was during that time when I was mourning my mama. I heard, and y'all know what? And Ward had just been in a bad, he had been in a bad trucking accident. And he was getting ready to get paid. And he kept telling me, life getting ready to change. I said, I don't give a fuck. I said, I don't want no more dealings with you. I told you, if my mama passed and you never meet her, it's a wrap. And I kept my word. I don't know what made me told him that. But whatever it was, I kept my word through it all. And my mom passed, and I never looked back. I left Ohio, and I moved to the Carolinas. And I met Mr. Jerry. Sure did. I met Mr. Jerry. But I had been stopped sleeping with Ward. Then, for some strange reason, life had just turned. I just didn't want it no more, y'all. It was like my eyes started opening. I started going to Sabbath school and going to Sabbath church, and just came out the streets and started being by myself and listening to gospel music and getting into Most High and just, you know, and it seemed like the Lord had me where he wanted me to be in the time that he wanted me to be there. Because when I met my husband, I was ready to be a wife. Y'all know how? Because I learned how to be a wife being in a 14-year relation, being a 14-year mistress. Oh, it wasn't all in vain. I spoke to Ward maybe once or twice since we've been broke up. And I told him, I said, thank you so much. I told him, I said, because you made me a woman. You taught me things that otherwise I don't think I would have learned on my own. He taught me about saving money, y'all. He taught me about having things. He taught me about how to be a wife. But little but did I know, he was teaching me for Mr. Jerry. And everything. And y'all would have thought Mr. Jerry being in an 18-year marriage, he knew everything. Shit, no, Mr. Jerry didn't. It was unbelievable, y'all. It was truly beyond me. I said, Jerry, you've been married for 18 years and you ain't you. It was all a dream. Because when I tell y'all, I think my husband became a husband when he married me. Mr. Jerry didn't know togetherness. The only thing he knew was to provide. And he provided for that lady. But he didn't know togetherness. He didn't know none of that. The things we do now. And now that I sit back and in my time, And I meditate, and I see it now. I said all of this that I went through with war was for me and Mr. Jerry. That's who it was for. It was for this time right here. Y'all, Most High good. Most High good. And can I tell y'all something? If y'all ever gave him y'all life for 1 second, for 1 minute, if y'all ever gave him y'all life, he got you. Once you done gave your life to the Lord, it's given forever. Remember what I told y'all. He don't leave us. He don't chop off the olive branch. We do. Y'all, all that time, I kept backsliding. He kept scooching me back. I kept backsliding. He kept scooching me back. Y'all, let me tell you something. It was one time I was on a walk with the Lord so deep, y'all. The spiritual spark says, "Say, I know it, baby. I know it. I know it is. I know. Because I done been there, done that. I can tell you everything. That's why my walk's so truthful. That's why people can relate. Because this a judgment-free zone here, baby, when it come around to anything in life. You understand? I don't have no room to judge no one. Because my life ain't been perfect. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that it has been. Because I'll be telling a whole ass lie. And I ain't got time for that. Sure ain't. But y'all, you backslide. Every time I backslid, and I went back to the Lord. Y'all, it was a time I backslid so bad, and I had got back into God. I had started going to Anointed Gates. Anointed Gates was the last Baptist church that I went to before I started honoring and living and practicing being a Seventh-day Adventist and honoring the Sabbath. Y'all, I got down on my knees and put my face to the floor and stretched my hands out and begged God to deliver me. Do y'all hear me? I said, I don't know what I'm asking to be delivered from, but please deliver me. I'm telling y'all, falling in love with Jesus is the best thing I ever done. And that's on my mama. And I would do it time after time after time. Yes. And he received me back every time. Every time. You understand that? But it was not until I got with my husband. I asked the Lord. I said, Father, I said, Lord, and I asked him when I left after my mom died. I said, I'm all alone now. I said, it's literally just me and you. I said, if you have someone in mind for me. And I have been obedient enough to you. Can you please send them to me? Let me meet up with them. And I did. I did. And I ain't looked back yet. And I ain't planning to. I'm not planning to. Y'all love my husband more. I love the Lord and my husband more than life. More than this life. I love my husband so much. I know Cutie Pie miss him. Because I do. I love my husband so much. I told the Lord, I said, you know what? I said, if it ever come a time that you had to take Mr. Jerry, please take me with him. Because I don't want to live this life without my husband. I done been alone, y'all. I have never been lonely. But I have been alone. And it ain't a good feeling. So don't think Miss Jerry don't know what y'all going through. Because yes, she do. I been there. I done that. And y'all want me to tell y'all how y'all gonna know that that person was sent to you by the Lord? Because you ain't gonna have no shame. You ain't, y'all, I ain't scared to poop around my husband. I ain't scared to scratch around my husband. I ain't scared to snore in my husband's ears. I don't have no shame. If I gotta pass gas, guess what? That gas getting passed, baby. He be like, oh, man. We don't have no shame. We don't. Even when I was about to get into harm's way, I felt the angel. I felt the angel come. I ran so fast back home this way some years ago, though. I understand. Let me tell you something. I didn't realize that the voice, I'm legally deaf. See, you new on here. You got to go back and catch up. I'm legally deaf, baby. But I hear God. I hear Most High. I hear the Holy Spirit. All my hearing gone in this ear. And I've been hearing out this ear for a very long time. But it's the same voice that I hear. And sometimes when I hear that voice, it tells me things to tell people in my community. And I do. And it scares them. Because they be like, how you know this? Or how you know that? Some years ago, when I was 15 years old, I've been hearing that voice ever since I was 15 years old, honey. And it ain't left me yet. And don't nobody know why or how I'm deaf. And I stopped seeking it. Because you know what I charged it up as? Most High want me to hear certain things. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear Mr. Jerry? He said, don't forget to fast and pray, everybody. Because there's power in that. Let something go wrong in my life. My husband be like, oh, I'm fasting tomorrow. I'm fasting. Mr. Jerry, when I get off live, I'm going to talk to you. Because me and you, yeah. Do you feel like you are God's chosen one? I think that I don't want to say his chosen one. I want to say that I feel like I'm a I'm an adversary for the Lord. I don't want to say I'm chosen. I don't want to say that. I let people say that. I'm not that modest to say that. But what I will say is this: I'm an adversary for the Lord, and I think that He used me to get His word across to some of His children. And I think he used me as an example of what a Christian walk back to the Lord is like. Because see, a lot of people, they don't want to show the real. They really want you to believe that you got to be this way, and you got to be that way, and you got to talk this way, and you got to walk this way, and you got to believe in this, and you got to believe in that. Don't believe that bullshit. Don't you believe that? Yeah, I believe I ran across you. Right. Don't believe that, baby. My mama was a cussing Christian, and I know my mama in heaven. You hear me? Let me tell you something. The Lord don't care about what you do. He care about what you do next. You understand? All these churched out people. Oh, you shouldn't say that. I had a person come in my life and tell me that the way I think is wrong. Let me tell you something. I told him, I said, sir, with all due respect, I said, I'm going to get you up out of here. Because it ain't no way in the hell you could tell me that the walk, my personal walk, my personal, not a given walk, but my personal walk with the Lord, you know about. It's called a personal relationship for a reason. My walk, my journey with God ain't never your journey, spiritual spark. What God tell me, He ain't gonna tell you. The road that Most High put me on, it ain't for you to walk with me. You understand? That's why you got to take what resonate and leave that out that don't. Thank you. Because if you don't, baby, they gonna have you screwed up, effed up, messed up, and twisted up. And with all of that, you gonna become discouraged, and you gonna be like, fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit. You know how I know? Because I have done it many times. You understand that? And these people don't understand that. Especially, I've never been into a Caucasian church, so I can't speak on them. But I have been in African American churches. And I have left as quick as I have come in. Because all you see is judgment, bull crap, fornication, everything right there up under your nose and your eyeballs. Thank you so much for the Cash App. That's all you see. Right there up under your nose. And you be looking like, now how the hell these people trying to tell me what to do and how to do when they ain't even doing it? How? I dare you sit here and try to tell me what I'm supposed to do and you ain't doing it. But ain't that's what they do? All that ain't nothing but the work of the devil in disguise. And they everywhere in the black, in the African American churches. That's why I take that resonate and I leave out that don't. You ain't finna sit here and send me on a down here hill slope to hell. You ain't finna do that to me. Period. That's why I tell them, you can't tell me nothing about my journey with the Lord. How you know? It's my journey. I don't argue. I don't bicker. I don't bitch. I don't gripe. And I don't moan. I say what I got to say. And I turn away, y'all. And I don't look back. I know, baby. Trust me, I do. I love you with the love of Christ. Thank you, Mr. Jerry. Let me see what spiritual sparks say. Yeah, but I'm not a Christian, though. I got deceived to believe that I am the church, the body of Christ. No, baby. No. I read and studied and tried to apply the world of God to the best of my ability. That's all it takes, baby. None of us is. We still learning. That's why it's called a journey. He don't want you perfect. He can't do nothing with perfection. He wants you raggedy. He wants you bruised. He wants you confused. He wants you poor. You understand? He don't want you perfect. If you perfect, what do my Father have to offer you? If you already perfect. If you think you're already perfect. What can he offer you? What can he show you? What can he do for you to make you believe I am the I am if you come with perfection? Girl. Yeah, I understand. Okay, Jerry, if I had it, I would. But that's okay. That's okay, baby. Mr. Jerry, that's my husband's job. He's not on your back. He say that all throughout the live. Donate, subscribe, hit the thumbs up. He not just saying it towards you, baby. That's how he said all throughout the live. You see what I'm saying, spiritual? Pay attention to what God is saying to you through me. Don't be so easily to be distracted, baby. You didn't come across Miss Jerry for nothing. God sent you here. And I was the same way, babe. I was the same way. Paid attention to the messenger instead of the message. I'm telling you, I was lost in the sauce just like you. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's all right. I was lost just like you. I'm trying to tell you. But I show the goodness of the Lord. I show him everything I want. My Father provides through my husband, through people. Look at that man down there at the battery place. He putting my inverter in for free. See, you got to know When it's the Lord, you got to know, baby, don't come perfect. Come as you are. Don't come perfect. Through you and people watching you, he gonna bring out perfection. You understand? Why you think I'm in front of y'all with no teeth and ain't embarrassed? You want me to tell you why? Because I'm telling my Father's word just as I am. But right before my community, what is he doing, y'all? He making me whole. Right or wrong. Everything. Every day. You hear me? Reap good harvests. Sow good seeds. So when you go pick from your tree of righteousness, every leaf you pick gonna be a leaf of prosperity. That don't come with perfection, babe. That come broke down, beat up, snatched up, be withered, torn down, frustrated, angry, don't know, couldn't figure out, all of that. Yes, God is telling me, you better, you better, you better, baby. My community, the ones that have been with me from the rooter to the tutor can tell you, oh, I wish, right. Hey, chestnut gone, honey. We got seasons. We got seasons, Maria. Seasons been here. This seasons. This seasons, baby. This seasons. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to, that's what I'm trying to show spiritual. Spiritual sparks. God, Most High, been blessing me right in front of my community. Right here. Yeah. Just let go. Let go, baby. This ain't our life. Give yourself away so he can use you. And he can do great things through you. And in turn, do wonders for you. Like he do me. Come on, y'all. Let's do our daily devotion. Shall we? Let's go. August 18th. Weary to the core. This for you, spiritual. This who this for. If they stumble badly, they will still survive. For the Lord lifts them up with his hands. Psalms 37 and 24. This for you, baby. Okay, I've been sick in this apartment. Seasons look beautiful. Yes, he has blessed you. You deserve it, Miss Jerry. Thank you so much, Maria. I stay praying for you, baby. I knew you was gonna come back home. I knew it. I knew it. Every day I pray for you. I knew it. Maria, one of my A1 day ones, y'all. We 2 years in. 2 years in, I got kindred spirits that I know because they've been with me from day one. I need Psalms 91 prayer. I don't I don't forget you, Miss Jerry. Thank you. And I ain't gonna never forget you neither. You like a sister to me. You and Goddess. Even though Goddess is no longer part of our community, y'all was my day ones. And I'ma always love y'all no matter what. Let's keep going. Have you ever been run so ragged that you just didn't know if you could take even one more step? Your calendar is a blur of scheduled activities. Your days are full. Your every hour is blocked off for this or that. And it's hard to find even a spare minute for yourself. Even even your very bones feel weary and you fall in the bed at night drained from it all. Let's keep going. There is someone who is ready to catch you when you fall, spiritual. You might stumble throughout your busy day, but he will never let you hit the floor as you take a tumble. Most High delights in you. He will direct your every step if you ask him to. He will gladly take you by the hand and guide you. This is what we've been talking about all day. Amen. And he haven't yet. Thank you. Thank you, Lord. This is what we've been talking about all day long. People, how they put things on you. Here's the question. Are you allowing the Lord to guide your days? Though you may be weary, he has enough energy to get you through it all. Hold out your hand to him today and walk side by side with Jesus. Well, I get a copyright strike. So do y'all hear that? Are you allowing the Lord to guide your days? Though you might be weary, he has enough energy to get you through it all. Hold out your hand to him today and walk side by side with Jesus. What I tell y'all? Remember, y'all, I said, y'all, I'm going to start doing my daily devotion at 6 o'clock in the evening. Because I have so much going on during the daytime. Doctor's appointments, dental appointments, appointments with seasons. Until sometimes I can't come on at 11 o'clock to give my daily devotion the way it should be given. And before I had step with the Lord, I won't step at all. And I said, what we gonna start doing? We gonna start doing our daily devotion in the evening at 6 o'clock. So therefore, at night, we done gave God his time. We done tarried with the Lord. Our hearts and minds are free and receptive. And we can go to bed at night and wait for God and the angels to come and cover up with all the blessings we ain't got room enough to receive because we done gave them their time. Y'all, take out time. Find time. Y'all know what I do every day? I leave the place that I still camp at night at 6 in the morning. I go to another park. I park in that park. I go back. I talk to my husband. I go back to sleep. I get up. I take me a bath in my van. I get dressed for the day. I go do my running. After I do my running, 3 o'clock, I manage to be in this spot every day at 3 o'clock, this same park place. And I lay here and I meditate until it's time for me to spend time with my community in the presence of Most High. This is what I do. I stay on 2 hours from 6 to 8. This park closed at dusk. When I get off live with y'all, I go to Planet Fitness, take me a shower, and go park where I'm going to park for the night. I talk to my husband. Some nights we pray together. When we don't pray together, I get off from with him. And the last talk I have be with the Lord about my day, my community, and tomorrow. That's it. That's it. I murmur to my father and to my husband. I don't murmur to humans. And you know why? Because humans gonna tell me all the reasons why I shouldn't be da-da, 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 da. That's what humans do. My Father in heaven, He renew my strength every day of my life. And He give me what I need, y'all, to make it through. It's this young man named Scar in the Woods. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. That I follow. His name is Scar in the Woods. And I follow Scar. And Scar said, life just seemed so much harder now for him. And I said to him, God gave me a word, hold on y'all, to give him. And I gave it to him. Hold on, I'm trying to spray this fly up out of here. He gonna get up out of here regardless. But I'm just trying to spray him on up out of here. This is what I use. And God gave me a word to get that young man. And I gave it to him. And I told him, he said, life has gotten so much harder for me since I've been homeless. And I told Scar, I said, Scar, when you accepted your journey that God had you on, you were so happy. And you was receiving. He was receiving, y'all. People was pouring into him. They was donating. They was giving him. They was doing everything. Scar got with this girl and let this girl pull him up out of his sanctuary that God had put him in the woods. And showed him, gave him a taste of a life that she wasn't ready to share with him. And threw him all off of his journey. Yes. Threw him all off his journey. And I told him, I said, Scar, and I reminded him of it. I said, Scar, when you accepted where God had you and the journey you was on, you was receiving. You was receiving from all over the world. Gifts, donations, everything. When you let that girl trick you up out of that sanctuary that God saw fit to put you in, all your happiness left. And you want me to tell you what it reminded me of? Adam in the Garden of Eden. See, God had put a covering over Scar's eyes. What Scar didn't even realize that where he was, how he was living, and how things were going. Hold on, y'all. This thing, I'm gonna have to take this out because I can't have this. When God had Scar in the woods, God had a covering over Scar. Scar didn't even realize that he was living in the woods. It didn't affect him in no way because he was happy where he was. And he let that girl trick him out of his sanctuary, out of his sacred place where God put him at. And now, look, that young man was happy living in the woods, y'all. He had accepted it. He built a fireplace. He had everything he needed for him in that place where he was happy. Until he met up with that girl. Now look. And if the first thing came in mind was Adam and Eve. God had a covering over Adam and Eve's eyes. They didn't even know that they was naked. They didn't know none of that. Until Lucifer came along and got in Eve's ear. And look what happened. And I commented and I told Scar, I said, Scar, when you go back and accept the journey that the Lord put you on, everything gonna change. I said, remember, before you got with that girl and you let that girl trick you out of your sacred place, out of your covenant, you was happy. You was receiving. You had accepted your life. That young man got $10,000, had a $10,000 GoFundMe and reached it. Now, it ain't nothing but chaos and confusion in post-Scar life. This is what happens, y'all, when you ain't in line with the Lord. The devil creep in and snatch all of your joy away from you. And now he back in the woods and he can't find peace nowhere. Perfect example. Perfect example. Okay, let me go back and read. I seen that person in the woods on YouTube. Didn't know him personally, but I knew Most High sent that person there. Right. Amen, Miss Jerry. I love you, Maria. Yep, I remember him being happy, smile. Right. Because when you when you accept the journey, my Father in heaven gonna give you what you need to get through the process. You see what I'm saying? This ain't our life. He let that woman, y'all go follow Scar. Go follow him. Tell him Miss Jerry sent you there. Cause my little guy is the perfect example of what happens when you let people throw you a journey in the path that the Lord put you on. Remember this, y'all, before I end this live. We don't cut off, God, Most High, don't cut off olive branches. We do. And I'm going to end it here, y'all. I'm going to end it here. Because it's about to be dusk. And the park is getting ready to close. Accept it, y'all. Accept it. Hold out your hand and say, Lord, I accept this journey. I know you with me. I know you got a plan. And I'm here for it. No matter how hard times get, I'm here, Lord. Use me. Please don't overlook me. Use me. Let me be a living vessel for you. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, trial and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary, Lord, for you. Y'all hear me? That should be y'all words to my Father. Prepare me to be a sanctuary, Lord, for you. Amen. Amen, my Jerry Berry. Y'all like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Williams Us, 1969. Y'all, I'm a Thanksgiving baby. With Thanksgiving, woo, I'll be a living sanctuary, Lord, for you. Y'all hear me? That's it. That's it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all be blessed. Stay with the Lord. Stay on his side. Where would I be? Where would I be if it had not been for the Lord on my side, where would I be? Father God, where would I be? Be blessed, y'all. Good night. Stay with the Lord. Say your prayers. If you need me, all of my links are in my description. Have a blessed night, y'all. Bye. Bye, y'all.